Today, if we see the major challenges that the research community and the technical community has is very fast deteriorating air quality, energy security, and of course, the third one is the carbon neutrality challenges that we have. And these three dimensions being very, very interlinked with each other, what we need to do is to take a multi-fold approach in solving these challenges. Sustainability of any technology that we wish to bring to the market will have to address these aspects, and the debate will still therefore continue whether the ICEs, which ruled over the entire globe over a century, what will happen to ICEs? Whether they will die soon, whether they will be forced to be closed, whether they would continue in some sectors, whereas the other sectors can migrate to greener technology solutions. Only time will tell us in what way the ICs will be reducing gradually. With the great kind of advancements, all the way from two wheelers to the buses, trucks, and then, of course, agriculture, tractors, and other industry, the next stage emission norms are aimed at cleaning up the new vehicles to a large extent. With the BS6 introduction, we are seeing that the new vehicles are quite clean, and also the next stage with the RD emission control will bring down the gap that always existed between the real life and the laboratory level approvals. But whether it will answer all the challenges related to deterioration of air quality, that is something which we must keep in view. That is, a large portion is coming out of the in-service vehicles or in-use vehicles. Unless there is a very, very strong action and a parallel action in addition to introduction of the next emission norms beyond BS6 also, the ambient air quality improvements will not actually be seen in the near future. We therefore must look at electrification from that viewpoint. While we are aware that Indian government is pushing very hard on very aggressive targets, and those targets we can debate, but they should be looked at from the directional viewpoint. I think whether we can achieve complete electrification by 2030 or 35 or beyond 35, that's not the question. Are we ready to absorb the technology at least in a few sectors? And in my view, two and three wheelers are the best opportunities for India, because not just the technology solution is right, but the simplification that it will give for a deployment of that technology. The third option, of course, is the alternate or the green fuels, and there we have a better opportunity if we look at the local requirements, especially when it comes to biofuels. Already, the ethanol policy is looking beyond 2025 and ambitious targets for 2030 for large penetration of ethanol. With that in view, I think all three solutions put together, I see improvement on one side, electrification in a sustained and systematic manner, and sector-specific solutions, and focusing on alternate green fuels into suitable solutions that emerge out with the policy support and also the infrastructure support would be a good approach for India. Hydrogen also is said to be the fuel for future. I feel SAE and CEAT should focus on these consolidated approaches rather than looking at one single option for the country.